Hey guys, how's it going? In this video I'm going to take you through some histogram exam questions. So this is higher people only, so if you're foundation you can run away. Not quite sure how many I'm going to do here, depends how many I can find easily. At the moment, time of filming this, we are right before paper 3 of the GCSE exams in 2018. So I'm trying to do as many useful videos as I possibly can. So what I'm also going to do with this, I think I have the power to turn these into PDFs. So I'm going to turn this into a PDF, stick a link to it down below in the description box so you can download the questions and have a go yourself. So if you want that, look just down below the video. If you're on your phone, there should be a little downwards pointing arrow. Press that and the description will come up. Okay, so before we get cracking with the questions, who can remember the formula for frequency density? If the answer is no, yeah, me neither. Right, instead of thinking of it as a formula to remember, let me point this out to you. So on a histogram, you've got all these different shaped bars. It's very exciting. The dimensions of these bars are the interval width along the bottom and frequency density going up the side. Now the area of each of these bars is the frequency. So instead of trying to remember the formula of frequency density, remember that frequency is the area of each bar. So that then simplifies things to the area of a rectangle. Frequency is frequency density times the interval width. So we can then rearrange that formula to get whichever one of the three things it is that we want. So for example, if we divide by the interval width, we get frequency over interval is frequency density, or if we wanted the interval width, we would get frequency divided by frequency density is our interval width. Now this was never pointed out to me when I was at GCSE level, which is annoying because it makes histograms so much simpler. Okay guys, let's get cracking then with some questions. Okay, first question. So here this histogram shows the information about 134 members of a sports club. So note how we have frequency density going up the side. We always need that. So there's our lovely histogram. Then we're told 20% of the members over 50 years of age are female. Then we want to estimate the number of female members that are over the age of 50. How are we going to do that? Well, first of all, let's go down to the x-axis and find where 50 would be. So we've got 40, we've got 60, 50 on a good day lives halfway between 40 and 60. So what we need to do is work out the area of the bars to the right of this purple mark. So first of all, I'm going to work out the area of this whole bar at the end, which would be 60 up to 90 there. So the interval width of this bar, the interval width is 30. Now we need to work out what the frequency density is. So let's go across to the side and work out our scale. So 10 little squares is 0.5. That means every 2 little squares is 0.1. So if we go back over here now, we can use that to work out our frequency density. So we know up to this point is 0.5, and then we are 4 little squares above, so our frequency density up to here is actually 0.7. So to work out how many members are in this bar, we're going to do 0.7 times 30. Now if you work that into your calculator, you will get 21. So we've got 21 members in this final interval here. Okay, so then we need to go to the adjacent bar where the interval is 40 to 60, but remember we are only interested in the 50 to 60 bit, so I've cut that interval in half. Now remember, when we do this, it is only an estimate. Halving the width of this interval by no means means half of them are younger than 50, half of them are older than 50. So it's an estimate. That's why the question says estimate. It might be every member in this interval is over 50. It might be that they're all younger than 50. We don't know, so all that we can do is estimate. So how are we going to do this then? Well, again, we need the interval width, which this time is going to be 10. And then we need the frequency density. So, well, we can see it's 2 little squares below 1.5. 2 little squares is 0.1. So our frequency density is 1.4. So to work out an estimate for the number of people here, we're going to do 1.4 times 10, which is 14. So now we have our estimate for the total number of people that are over 50. That's 14. So the over 50s are the 14 that we've just worked out, and the 21 that we worked out previously. So that is 35. So we are estimating here that 35 members of the sports club are over 50. We are then told, remember, 20% of the members over 50 are female, and we're asked to work out how many members over 50 are female. So we then want to work out 20% of 35, which, if you're using your calculator, I would do a 0.2 times 35. That's a fifth of 35, so we get 7 as our answer. Okay, jobs are good one for the first question. Okay, next up, a slightly simpler one. So Amy drew this histogram for the times taken to complete a task. So here's our lovely histogram again. So we got frequency density on the side, time in seconds along the bottom. We're asked to give one reason why it's misleading. So can you spot it? Can you spot another one other than the one I'm about to say? The reason this is misleading is this little guy on the y-axis. You should always pick a frequency density that fits well in scale to your data. So here the fact that she's had to skip a bit on her y-axis tells us she did not pick a good scale. So Amy, pick a better scale, you numpty. Cracking. Okay, next question. So I got another histogram for the times taken to complete another task. So here's our lovely histogram. Now we're asked to estimate the percentage of people who took less than 30 seconds. So this is a big question. I think this might be the final one for this video. If you want more histograms, let me know down below in the comments. So I'm going to do a little bit of work here behind the scenes so it doesn't take as long to explain it. Basically what we need to do is work out the total number of people represented in the histogram, then work out the number of people that took less than 30 seconds, and then we'll talk about the next step from there. Okay, so what I've done so far, I've got the frequency density for each bar, and I've written down the interval size for each interval down at the bottom, and I've multiplied them together to get the frequency in each bar. So the first one was 10 times 40, which is 400, 10 times 25, 250, 20 times 20, 400, and then 5 times 10, 50. So what we can do from that is now work out our total number of people. So 400 add 250, 650, add 400 is 1050, add 50 is 1100 people. So that's our total number of people in the histogram. Next thing we need to do then is work out an estimate of the people who took less than 30 seconds. So let's find 30 seconds. First of all, on the x-axis, it's here. So we want to find the people that took less than that, or an estimate of. Remember, we can only get an estimate. So we're having both of the total numbers from the first two bars. So under 30 seconds, we're going to have that 400, and we're going to have the 250. But then from the third bar, see how ridiculously bad this is going to be if I draw a line. Not too bad by my standards. So we're taking this part of this third bar. So this guy has a width of 5 and a height of 20. So 5 times 20 gives us an estimate there in that bar of 100 people. So if we add that together, then we've got 400 add 200 and 50, which is 650, add 100 is 750. So our estimate for the number of people that took less than 30 seconds is, as a fraction, 750 out of 1100, like that. So to turn that into a percentage, you can just put that straight into your calculator, or do 750 divided by 1100, press the SD button to turn it into a decimal, and then multiply by 100, and that is going to give us 68.2% if we take it to one decimal place. Okay guys, I hope you found this useful. If you have any requests before the exam on Tuesday, let me know down below in the comments. If you're watching this in the future and you have any requests, let me know down below in the comments. Okay guys, take care.